Hey, what's going on, folks? Thursday night. All right. I know you guys are still getting used to this switch over to Thursday night, but I think it's better. A few things have gone on this week we need to talk about, and a couple of them's important. So hopefully it'll help you out. Um, all I can do is bring it to you. I can't make you, believe it. But first one in the house, Glenn Anderson. All right. Right there's an answered prayer, folks. That man right there has gone through so much in the past few weeks. He's had some medical problems, and hopefully he's got them behind him. I know we've all been praying for him. So hopefully it worked out. Looks like it did. He's chatting with everybody. Looks like he's, getting back into the groove real good. And that's an awesome thing. So that's an answered prayer right there. And we also need to pray for Lori. Let's don't forget Lori. Lori's looks like she's doing good. She's posting videos pretty regular, little shorts about what's going on. She looks like she's doing well. She's getting up and getting around a little better every day, and that's a good thing. So hopefully she'll be out of that hospital soon. So keep both of them in your prayers. We really want to keep praying for them folks. But before we go any further here, let's see who's with us tonight. We got Pauline Parker with us. Good to see you back here with us. All right. Tammy Joe. Yep, we dodged the thunderstorms. We really didn't get much here. It only rained for about 15 minutes, and that's a good thing because, boy, it was looking wicked there for a while. Who else we got here? Michael O'Brien's with us. All right. Good evening, everybody. Good to see you back. All right. Linda Farrow. All right. There we go. What a Happy Hickman Homestead. The Happy Hickman Homestead now has a YouTube channel. So go over there and check that out. Click on subscribe for her. Remember, you got to click subscribe twice and then ring the bell, or you won't get notifications when a video is posted. So go over there and do that for her. I'm sure she'd be grateful. The Tennessee contingent's here. Go Gators. All right. That's my brother right there. Lives in Tennessee, folks. Lives in a nice little town called Dixon Springs. I won't go into the history of that. You can look it up. It's pretty interesting. Who else we got here? Let me see. Debbie Jones and her husband, Rob. Hey, what's going on with you guys? Appreciate you folks joining me. And fourth and goal. All right. Change of time's messed up all week. Yep. I'm glad you're here with us too. Really am. Appreciate you being here. The Iowa crowd's in the house. Got to give them a shout out. Marcia, Paul, and Kathy.
20 more days.
20 more days. 20 more days, Lady Prepper said. She'll be with you. And I'll be flying solo on this little live stream here. Double D's with us. Yep. Glenn appreciates that. I'm sure we all appreciate that. Don't forget Lori. Pray for Lori too. All right. Lori's looking good though. She really is. She was looking, I'll be honest, she looks a lot better than she did a couple of weeks ago. So hopefully she's making progress. I have no doubt. Donna Brown is back with us. Yeah, I'm glad you love it. I took that survey to see if you guys wanted Monday or Thursday, and Thursday won overwhelmingly. I got like 92% of the vote. And I'm glad you guys took part in that. I really do appreciate it. But hopefully it'll work out for everybody. It's working out pretty good for me. I mean, we got some things going on here we wouldn't see. If I was waiting on Monday night, it would be old news. And thank goodness we're here to still being able to report it. They hadn't censored us yet like they did Tucker Carlson. Of course, I hadn't been part of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit like he was. So I don't know if somebody sues me for $780 million, was it?
780 something,
yeah. To get rid of him. That was a lot of money to get rid of that guy. But they paid it. So that just tells you what you need to know about Fox News. They're CNN light now. That's all they are. CNN light. But let's get on with what's happening here. Don't know if you guys heard about this lady right here. She actually survived communist China and moved to the United States. She was supposed to speak at a Christian university, Whitworth University, yeah, Whitworth College in Washington. And the college said that she couldn't speak. They thought that it would be harmful to the student body if this lady told them what communism is actually all about. So, I mean, this is supposed to be a Christian college that
I've
has
seen this lady interviewed, and she's got a lot to tell.
yeah, that they're supposed to tolerate different views and viewpoints, and it just tells you right there who they are. But that's just they don't want her to let students know what communism is really about, and that's because communism has pretty much permeated the American education system. I can't say all college professors are communist or socialist, but I can say after working at a college for 20 years and being associated with other colleges around the country, I can say that about 80% of them are. They're communist or socialist to one point. Right here's what I wanted to bring up. And right there, it tells you right there all you need to know. That's at the University of North Carolina. 673 college professors. Most of them had nothing to do with teaching history or anything like that. They think that it's not good to teach students about our founding principles and the Constitution of the United States. That's in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They think it's harmful to let students know why they're on this gravy train they're on in this country. I don't know where this country's dead, folks. America's dead. The idea of America is dead. I'm going to say that right now. Dave over at Southern Prepper One, he released a video today about probably the best thing that would happen to this country is if our currency failed. And he made some damn good points. He really did. The government controls the money right now. They control the money. And as long as they control the money, they control you. So you might want to go over there and check out that video. He made a lot of good points about how we need to get away from Federal Reserve and the federal government controlling the money and get back to local communities controlling governing theirself pretty much. And that's what we need. I got to agree with him. I think we need that. I truly do. But John H is with us. John jumped in there. All right. Appreciate it, John. But go check his video out. I would have linked it below, but I didn't get in here and set this up in time to do that. So Southern Prepper One, go over and check him out. He's got some great stuff over there. So maybe that'll help you out. John's with us. All right. I got a special shout out for John. No, I don't. I got a special shout out for Ava. That's a new member of the Arkansas contingency there that's come over to watch the OP.
Oh my God, she's so cute.
She is a beautiful little thing. And I wanted everybody to see her and let her know that we're going to teach her to be a Florida Gator. If Uncle OP has anything to do with it, she's going to be a Gator. But let's get back on topic here. Communism has infiltrated our education system. Most of the professors now in colleges now, they were your hippies from the 60s and 70s, and they were all into that socialist commune crap. And that's who's teaching our children now. That's why that younger people are learning this stuff today, because that's what their professors believe in. Now, not all professors, I want to make that clear. There's a lot of good ones out there. So I do want to make that so clear. But you need to pay attention to it. If you have a child or a grandchild going to a college somewhere, sit down and talk with that college. They have people that will talk to you. and make sure they're not indoctrinating your children with communism. Because this isn't the only 2 colleges in the country that's doing this. I can tell you that for a fact. I saw it. I can tell you that for a fact. But here's something else about your money here. People think the banking situation, when Signature Bank and who was the other bank that failed? The bank in San Francisco. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
The Silicon Bank.
Silicon Valley Bank. Yeah, when those 2 failed and it kind of faded away and everybody thinks, okay, well, that's over. No, it's not. Moody's is an investment corporation that grades banks all over the world. It's not just here in the United States. They're massive. They look into investments with other banks, and they downgraded 11 U.S. banks this week, and some of them are big banks, like U.S. Bank. That's a big bank. U.S. Bank was one of them, and they were downgraded because in the first quarter of this year, U.S. Bank lost $625 billion. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big you are. When you lose that kind of money, it hurts, and it's not good. But that was the biggest one. You also have First Republic Bank. They were on the verge of collapsing back when Silicon Valley crashed, but they hung on. A couple of other banks, dipped in and invested on them. But now Moody's has downgraded them again. They're on the verge of going out. First Hawaii Bank is another one. Another big one is Washington Federal. Moody's has downclassed all of those and others. Like I said, there was 11 total that they're saying they're on shaky ground. You got to kind of watch out if that's where your money is. So I know I'm talking to people over different parts of the country. I don't know where you bank, but hopefully if you have your money in these banks, you'll move it out. I didn't give you the whole list, so go check it out. Go do some research and see who all 11 of those banks are. But another thing that's happening with the banking system that people, don't know is that central banks all over the world are buying gold in the record numbers to secure the accounts of their investors because they're getting off the U.S. dollar. This is banks all over the world that's used the U.S. dollar as their main source of currency. Well, they're getting away from that, and that's going to kill our money. That's just another thing that's going to kill our money. I've been warning you for weeks now. Get out there and, get you some precious metals. If you got a little extra money, get out there and get it. We were watching, of course, I watch the silver market every day, but I caught it earlier this week when silver was down almost 60 cents an ounce in one day. So we jumped out there and bought some more. It's recovering. So we've already made money on that investment, already made money, which is a good thing. Always good when you make money on your investments. But central banks around the world last year bought 2,272,000 pounds of gold to put into their vaults. Like I said, that's the World Gold Council. That they are the experts on this. They monitor all of this. They know where the gold is going. They know who's buying it, how much they're buying, and this is the most gold ever bought by banks in 1 year in the history of the world. So that right there should tell you something. All of the banks overseas are getting away from that U.S. dollar, which means that your dollar is getting worth less and less every day. And of course, the feds ain't helping out any because they got those printing presses running up there 24 hours a day, cranking out them C notes. And for every one they crank off, the ones you have are worth less. Make the appropriate preparations right now, guys. I'm telling you, it ain't going to be long. They're going to have to go to a digital currency. When they do, that paper money in your hands ain't worth a damn. Oh, excuse me, Ava. I'm sorry, sweetie. It ain't going to be worth nothing. And it's best to trade it right now for silver and gold while you can. So I was watching the silver market yesterday, the metal market yesterday, and I've been telling you they've been suppressing the price of silver on purpose. Well, gold, platinum, palladium, rhodium, all of them were up except silver. It was down. But that's good for me and you because that makes it easier for us to buy that at a good price. But today it rebounded a little bit. It's still not where it was a couple of weeks ago, but jump out there and get it while you can, guys. Do it.
Why is silver the only one not going up?
Because it's affordable to people like me and you. That's why. Oh, got to call out Angela for my cup. See that? Orlando Prepper logo right there on my cup. All right. That's good for us. That's what I'm saying. As long as they suppress that, that's good for the people.
But I thought they didn't want us to do well, so why don't they raise the prices so we can't afford it?
Because that, in your mind, that makes a dollar worth more. If silver's worth less.
Oh, okay.
They ain't got this old boy fooled. I know what's going on. Especially since I'm watching the other metals. They ain't got me fooled one bit. So, all right. Get it. I've been telling you guys for weeks. Get it. Jump out there and get it. Don't know if you saw this, but 2 days ago, the state of Washington banned assault weapons. The governor bragged about it here on his little Twitter account, Twitter, whatever the hell it is. He's a twit, we know that, but they knew going in they were going to get sued over this. That was 2 days ago. Wasn't it 2 days ago? Yeah. And today there's been 7 lawsuits filed against them for doing this. Liberals do this knowing that it's not going to stand up. It's not. They know it's going to take a while to get it through the court system, all the way up to the Supreme Court. Washington is one of 10 states that's done this, and there's lawsuits in every one of them. And they do this going in knowing they're going to lose this battle legally. But, you know, they're just trying to make it difficult for people as long as they can because they want to control you. I saw a video, actually I posted it on a social media account. I think it was Monday or Tuesday, where a guy explained the First and Second Amendment so easy that anybody can understand it. Amazingly, yeah, it was on Facebook. Amazingly, it went away. Yeah. It vanished.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. You go back and check, I went back to check it. I go over my account every day and it was gone. The video was no longer available. But the First Amendment, you know what it is. It's a right to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, as long as you don't hurt anybody else. Go enjoy the things you want to do. It makes it possible for people to just go out and enjoy life and talk about it and, enjoy religion and be a part of that. It's that simple. The Second Amendment protects it. That's it. The Second Amendment protects it. But every time these liberals go against these assault weapons, they know they're making a law that's unconstitutional. According to the Second Amendment, they know they're going to lose in the long run, but they do it anyway because they try to control people. So, I don't think, hopefully Florida will never get to that point. If it does, this old boy is going to be an outlaw. That's all there is to it. And I feel sorry if anybody knocks on the door trying to take my AR-15 or whatever I have at the time, AK-47 or whatever. It's just not going to be pretty. I'll probably lose, but I won't lose 1-0. Let me put it that way. I won't be the only one that has that problem when they knock on my door. So there goes the restrictions on this video. No money for this one.
Yeah.
But
Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Stop it.
Yeah. Be ungovernable. There you go. This government has gotten so far away from what it's supposed to be. Our founding fathers would already be stacking up bodies, folks. You know, we got to start looking at what's happening and take the appropriate action. Um, I know it's hard, especially in this day and time with, technology being what it is. They know where you are, your phone, your car, whatever. They're able to track all of that. And it's just, they're watching us from every angle. How many times have you made a comment about something you'd like to go on vacation in Cancun, just talking to your spouse or whatever. And then you start seeing advertisements on the internet for vacations in Cancun. I mean, duh. It don't take a genius to figure that out. They're listening to you.
Google sent me a thing in my email that told me everywhere I've been, right down to a thrift store in Iowa.
Yeah.
last
That's
summer.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But hey, folks, we got to start standing up. If we don't, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose it all. Because once they get digital money, then they control what you eat, how much you eat, when you eat it, where you go, what bills you pay, everything. And that's coming. That's going to come. Believe me. I think within a year of right now, today, within a year of today, you'll have digital currency in this country because a dollar ain't worth a damn. It's worthless. The only reason the dollar is good anywhere is because the United States says it's good. And that's backed up by our military and the fact that the dollar is used on the world market. Guess what's getting weaker every day? Our military and the dollar on the world market. So every day that dollar is going away, a little bit at a time. They're going to have to replace it with something. They can't just tell you right off, boom, your money's no good. Sorry, folks, you're screwed. They can't do that. So they're going to try this digital currency thing, which will just give them even more control over you. And you won't have any choice if you don't have anything to back it up. What have I been telling you? All right. Think about that, guys. But I don't know how I got from a gun ban to that, but
you did take a right turn.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I'm passionate about both of those. That's how I can combine those two. But the Washington gun ban. All right, that's going to lead me on to my next topic. Ta-da! See that segue right there? First thing I want to tell you is if you do have firearms in your home, looks like the ammo shortage is pretty much over. I went to Academy Sports the other day, and man, they had like 2 walls full of ammo. That hadn't been that way since pre-pandemic. And the prices are up a little bit. They're up about 30 or 40% from what they were before back in that day. But I mean, basically, you got to chalk that up to the inflation, the increase in producing that ammo. It's costing the ammo companies more, so they have to charge more. It's that simple. But there's plenty out there. So go get it if you need it. If you don't need it, go get it and put it up somewhere. Because the day's coming when you're going to need it. But hey, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Once. But I told you last week we were going to talk about some firearms this week. What I wanted to do was put together a list of weapons that are very, very, very affordable because everybody's going to need them. And you need to go out and get them now while you still can. Because Joe and his cronies are pushing so hard to try to get rid of weaponry in the United States because the only thing they fear is us, as long as we have the ability to protect ourselves. And that's the way it should be. That's why the Second Amendment was written. The government should fear the populace. It's that simple. And anybody that don't want to own a gun, that's your right. You don't have to own a gun. But right now I have the right, and other people have the right to own a gun. So go out there and get you one, guys. I put together a list here. I know guns are expensive, But what I've got for you here is not really expensive at all. And they're all good. Two of these weapons I own. The other two I don't. But I know the history of the manufacturer. I know what kind of products they put out because I've owned other weapons by these manufacturers. They're good, reputable companies. They put out good pieces of firearms. They put out good firearms, so you can trust them. But I get emails occasionally, people saying I can't afford to go out and buy a gun. I need one to protect my home or, to get ready for what's going on. So finally, I sat down yesterday and today. I worked 2 days on this, and I found firearms that are reasonably priced and they are reliable, and you should get them. Three of them you should absolutely get. So these are just for personal protection. They're not hunting weapons. They damn sure ain't military grade weapons because I wouldn't carry any of them, in a military situation. But the first one is, here we go. Everybody needs a good sidearm. Right there. That's a Taurus 709 9mm. You can buy this gun. You can find it between $200 and $300. That's a good price for a good gun, folks. It really is. And it's reliable. I'm recommending the 9mm for a reason that we're going to get to in just a minute. But this one right here is one you should absolutely have at home if you don't have any firearms at all for protection in your home. You need to protect your home. This is a good one to start with. Like I said, it's a little 9mm. It's compact. It's not heavy. It's reliable. Taurus used to be garbage. I'll be honest with you. Those used to be garbage guns. But they're not anymore. They're machined well. They operate nice. As long as you keep them clean, keep them where they can function properly, you won't have any problem with it.
I wanted to ask a question.
What's up?
If a partner can't have a gun, can she, if they live together, under the same roof? If
you buy that firearm yourself, yes, you can. Because, you fill out that little form, that little federal form, the one Hunter lied on and should have been arrested for, where they tracked it back to him. You remember that? Well, they can track a firearm back to you. So if you want one, you go get one. You need one in your home to protect yourself. You buy it. You fill out the paperwork. You own it. Don't matter who's in the house with you. Don't matter one bit. All right, I know a lot of people are afraid of those semi-automatic handguns. So I found a revolver, and this is a nice revolver, and this company is awesome. Rock Island Firearms. They make a 38 special with a 4-inch barrel. It's the 38. Oh, shoot. I didn't put the model number down there. I'm going to have to find it. But this gun sells between $200 and $250. And you don't have to worry about, like I said, I know a lot of people are afraid of that semi-automatic. They don't want to have to deal with the magazine and charging the slide and stuff like that.
I was like that.
Yeah, until I turned you on to the EZ. But this little Rock Island 38 revolver is a good weapon. I can guarantee it. I've never even fired this weapon, and I can guarantee you that's a good weapon because Rock Island makes quality products, and the way a 38 caliber is made, revolver, it has to work. There's no way it can fail. It's impossible. You pull the trigger, the cylinder turns, bang. So simple. They're easy to maintain. If if you're not really into cleaning a weapon a lot, there's what you want right there. All you got to do is put a little 3M oil on that cylinder, and it's going to turn, and it's going to fire. Like I said, $200 to $250. That is a great price for this firearm. I promise you, you will not go wrong if you buy that one. Next up to bat. This is a 9mm Kel-Tec Sub 2000. It's a 9mm carbine. Now, I know a lot of people can't afford an AR-15. This, I have one of these myself, and it is so fun to shoot. It has never failed to feed around. And it's accurate as hell, I'll be honest with you. You can dot an I with this thing at 100 yards. And the good thing about that is, being 9mm, you can just keep dotting it. Boom, 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 boom. And you're going to put it on target. I guarantee you are. I love shooting mine. It's a lot of fun. But like I said, this is 9mm, and this is the reason why I recommended the 9mm handgun earlier. You only have to buy one caliber of ammo for both of those weapons. This one you can put on your side in a holster. This one you can use like a rifle. And it works great. I mean, I love mine. I wouldn't sell it. These cost between $400 and $500 now. I know that's a little pricey, but it's still not as much as an AR-15, which is what you would need in place of this in your home for home protection. I was going to show you mine and the special magazine I have for it, but if I did that, then they would pull this video down, claiming that I was demonstrating altered or modified firearms. That's one of the restrictions on YouTube. You can't do that. So I couldn't show you mine. What you got?
Sylvia's question. If a 9mm is occasionally jamming, can it be repaired?
It all depends on what kind it is. What kind of gun do you have? It might not be the gun. It might be that it needs cleaning. It might need a new magazine. It might be the way you're firing it. If you don't hold a semi-automatic pistol right, it will misfeed on you. So, it all depends on what you got. Shoot me an email, theorlandoprepper@gmail.com. Tell me what kind of weapon you have and exactly what it's doing. And I can probably correct that for you with a return email. So, what kind it is, what model it is, and how old it is. Let me know those three things. And I can probably correct that for you. If I can't, then we'll find you an alternative. That's a good thing about having firearms. They trade in well, especially if you have the box they came in. You need that box, folks. But in the place of an AR-15 or an AK-47 for home protection, get you one of these little Kel-Tecs, $400 to $500. They're really cheap. They're worth it. And like I said, they're a lot of fun if you want to take them out and play with them. But the next one, the last one, it surprised me how inexpensive this weapon is. And I'm going to tell you what, I started to buy one just because I can. But I don't think I have any more room for them. So I left that alone. This is a Stevens, sometimes called a Savage, 20 gauge shotgun. See the price right there? $200. I looked all of these weapons up on various sites today to see how much they're going for. And when I found that one for $200, I couldn't believe it. That's on gunbroker.com. I'm going to promote them because I use them a lot. If you're looking for a firearm, go over there and check them out. But I could not believe you could buy this weapon for $200. And it's small. It's a 20 gauge. It don't have a big kick like a 12 gauge. Anybody can handle this weapon. And for home defense, you can load it up with #1 buckshot and some slugs. It's going to take out whatever you want to take out, believe me. It'll do the job. I couldn't believe that price, though. I still might buy one of those.
You probably will.
Just for the hell of it. I've already got 120 gauge in there. But that's $200. Yeah, I'll probably buy one of those. Anyway, hopefully that'll help you out, folks. If you don't have a firearm, get one. You're going to need it. Times are only getting worse. They're not getting better. Things are going to get desperate, occasional. It's coming up, believe me. Here in Florida, they just passed the concealed carry law without a permit. If you do get one of these firearms, please get trained with it. If you're in the Orlando area, you want somebody to help train you with that weapon, shoot me an email. I'll be glad to help you out with it. Well, everybody needs some kind of protection. And with this new concealed carry law, get you something you can stick on your belt. You can cover it up, with a loose shirt or whatever. Do not recommend carrying pistols in your purse. Don't do that, because you're walking around with that purse dangling and somebody can run by and snatch it and gone. There goes your gun. So if you are going to carry a weapon, carry it on your person.
Can you repeat the website for the guns?
Gunbroker.com. They have some of the best selections out there and some of the best prices. But also go hit up your local gun shops. They all have used guns that people have traded in. So you can buy them cheaper than buying a new gun. Or pawn shops. Hit up pawn shops. See what they have available. A lot of them are actually selling their firearms on that website I gave you at gunbroker.com. A lot of them are using that to sell their used inventory. But, it don't hurt to go check out, especially pawn shops. Especially times are getting hard now. People need money to eat. They're pawning a lot of guns now, folks. Go out there and check them out. All right. I think I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully that'll help you out. If you got any questions about those firearms or anything else I talked about, shoot me an email. I try to answer every one of them. Believe me, I do. Might take me a day or two, but you're going to get an answer. What you got?
Double D has a question. She has a carry purse, concealed carry purse with an over-the-shoulder strap or wear crossbody. Bad idea?
No, if you got it crossbody, that's okay. But still, that's not as good as carrying it on your person. If you got a good secure purse, yeah, that's better than just having a purse. Believe me. But best of all is just having it on your body. Get you a holster. Whenever you're wearing pants and a belt, carry that gun in that holster. That's the safest way to carry it. Believe me, guys. Been doing this for a long time. Used to train people how to shoot all the time. You got something else?
No.
Okay.
Next week.
Oh, next week. Next week we are not going to be here. We're going to take one more journey out into the woods before it gets so damn hot you can't breathe in Florida. So I'm going to be out on the trail next Thursday night. I might drop in after that. You never know. I might get pissed off about something and have to just comment on it. It's that simple. But
It's better events to you than me.
Yeah. Appreciate you folks being here. I truly do. Thank every one of you. I truly do. If this helped you out in any way, share it with your friends. If you're just dropping in to check me out, give me a thumbs up down there and subscribe. I wish all of you would hit that thumbs up, because the more of those I get, the further YouTube kicks us up in the algorithm and the more views I get. I was telling somebody, I got an email from somebody earlier this week about they wanted me to advertise something on the channel. I don't do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not taking money for this. What YouTube pays me, believe me, it ain't enough for a tank of gas. So I don't even consider that payment. Looks like Fluffy made it. I missed you, Fluffy. I was rattling my head here and not watching the comments. I appreciate you being here, girl. Lynn Stalker, all right. Wishing everybody a great week, as do I. So be on the watch out for some videos. I've been dropping some of those YouTube shorts lately where I go through a lot of stuff real quick. Probably do one on these firearms I talked to you about. I'll do a YouTube short on that too, probably the next day or two. But I've been getting a good response on those. They've helped the channel out a lot. I picked up some new subscribers. I hope some of them was here tonight. And I hope I taught you all something. Well, not taught you, but helped you, along your way with this prepping situation. But like I said, if you got any questions, any comments, any concerns whatsoever, shoot them to the OrlandoPrepper@gmail.com. And with that, hey, my ice didn't melt. It's because I got that fancy glass right there. Fancy container right there. All right. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to say thank you, folks. Stay strong. Stay patriotic to our founding principles. We really need to return to those, or this country is going to collapse absolutely. And pray for the United States of America. The Orlando Prepper is out.